Hello and welcome back to another video. Today, I feel like I'm repeating myself. Check out my video on this before. So as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about multiple weapon tunings. Now, today I'm gonna talk about it from a little bit of a different angle and tell you not only why I think having multiple weapon tunings is bad, but I want to tell you how having multiple weapon tunings is bad. So first off, I really have absolutely no structure to this. I haven't written a script. I haven't really thought about what I even want to say. I just got done playing Glory and Spire, I think the names are, the two new maps that are in the developer playlist. So brand new maps are going to be coming to the game soon, to regular playlist soon. And if you have the season pass, you can check them out. And the problem with this was the fact that I did not have fun playing them, and it had nothing to do with the maps. It has to do with core tuning. Now, let me first preface some of what I want to talk about today with the understanding of the difference between core and competitive tuning. And while I don't actually think we have the specifics, I can't tell you, oh, the shotgun does, it has 10 more range. I don't have any numerical differences and literal fact to present to you, but I can say this much. Competitive tuning is a very balanced, kind of contained version of the game, as where the core tuning is much more chaotic and a little bit more brawly. I don't even know if that's the right word. It's very more, it's like shit. It's garbage. It's absolute chaos. Everything is OD as shit. Like, every single weapon does way too much damage. Explosions are massive. The active reload damage multiplier is insane. The shotgun is a boom shot, and just overall, it's just this crazy battlefield of just bullshittery fuckery that kind of goes on. And so, all right, preface is completed. So, with that being said, the reason I'm here to talk about the two tunings again is because, one, having multiple weapon tunings in a game is, well, to put quite frankly, it's fucking retarded. It's not only not a good decision, it's a fucking retarded decision. And I'm gonna explain by saying, or by asking, what other serious esport or what other esport has specific tunings, weapon tunings, not settings, but tunings for the weapons, or for the items, or for the characters, or the champions, or the, you know what I mean? Like, no other game does that. Like, why are we reinventing the wheel on Gears of War? Why can I not get on the game and play TDM in a comfortable environment where I can actually practice my shot? I can't do that. I can't play King of the Hill and actually practice being good at the game. You know why? Because I'm fucking on core. I'm on core fucking settings. I have to play core tuning, and I'm forced to run around with a boom shot on my left D-pad. I don't understand. Like, it just makes no sense. Now, let me talk about the effects of this. The effects of this, and let me even speculate the reasoning for this. The reasoning is this, from my perspective. Gears of War is a hard game to play. And in order to bring players into it, you need them to feel good when they play it. And feeling good means getting kills. Now, the problem is that when you give everybody that ability, it doesn't actually make anybody special. They are all equally overpowered fuckers that run around the map at ridiculous damage intervals, doing ridiculous things with their ridiculous weapons and core. Now, what does this do, though? It allows them to get kills a little bit easier individually. Now, they don't actually have to put as much work in to pick up a kill. They can Lancer someone down with an active, or they can shotgun someone one shot at, 5 feet away, or whatever the case may be. But the reason this is a problem is because they don't know that they're doing this. They are not aware that they're playing as a superhuman in Gears of War. They think they're playing Gears of War. You know what I do when I pick up a new game that I know is somewhat competitive? I do not jump right into the competitive scene, and nor do the majority of people that I know, at least, in terms of any competitive game that they play. They always play normals. You play normals in League of Legends, you level up, you unlock the ability to play ranked. And for many, many other games, almost all games, in Gears of War, you don't have to do anything. You could just go straight into competitive. And while that's a totally different issue, the majority of people, I would expect, would go into regular games to try to learn the mechanics and understand the game prior to going into the competitive format. Why is this a problem? One, you're ill-equipping players to take the next step into competitive play, and 2, they wouldn't even know it. Even if you did tell them there was a difference in tuning, nobody knows what the full-on difference is. This is a problem. Core and competitive tuning do not need to exist. We need Gears of War tuning. We need one gameplay, and then you allow the players to learn. I don't even understand how this is okay. At this point, I have to change the title of the video to multiple weapon tuning rant, because this makes no sense. I shouldn't be having to make this video. It doesn't make any sense. You do not want your player base to be playing 2 different games. Game types, totally different discussion. You do not want your players to not understand that when they go into escalation, their shotgun for some reason doesn't work. They don't what? Like, whose decision was this? I just don't understand anymore. And I'm gonna say this in a very nice way, or the best way possible. We need to get rid of it. It has to go. It has to go so these players and new players can understand the game the way that it should be, because I believe the majority of people would understand that somewhere or some way competitive tuning is a little bit more balanced, that needs to be the vanilla version of the game. We do not need 2 versions of the game. We do not need to separate the community. We do not need to not be able to enjoy certain game types or certain playlists, because trust me, we don't when it's on core. And we don't need to put these newer players or these lesser experienced players in a bubble where we make them feel good about themselves so that way they enjoy the game and then they can never move on. And when they do, they're an absolute detriment to everyone around them. So please, please, can we get rid of core tuning and competitive tuning and have one weapon tuning, and then we can work on what's best for that? This is a rant that I didn't even know was going to be a rant, but holy shit. The end.